Judges, let me get you guys back in the pantry.
Throw any basket at our judges, and they will make astonishingly good food. That's just how they roll after hours. Guys, I think you finally met your match.
Oh, boy.
Chris, Marc, Aarón, are you ready to have some fun?
What's this, like a half a pound of this stuff?
All right, so pork bung was the star of the entree basket in our Bizarre Foods competition. Also in there, hot sauce jelly beans, farro, and pork dust. The whole point behind Bizarre Foods is that these foods only seem bizarre to some people. To other people, they're completely normal.
Yeah, I think people were lying to themselves at home if they had a hot dog and there hasn't been some pork bun in that mix.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm serious. I travel the world. I've eaten tacos all over Mexico, and a lot of times they have something called maciza, or it's a mixture of different cuts, innards. In this case, this pork bung is actually the rectum of a pig.
People at home are wondering how he's going to make a taco out of it.
This is a very brown and artificial red dinner.
Yes, there's a certain likeness that all these ingredients have as far as appearance, but this pork dust is simply just chicharrones or pork rind kind of made into a powder. So that's a good ingredient, actually.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, couldn't be readier.
All right, 30 minutes to do your thing. Clock starts now.
Go!
Get out of there. You did this last time.
What? Aaron's taking all the jalapenos.
All right, Sanchi, what you gonna make?
I'm gonna make a farro salad. I'm gonna let this be really the star. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but I'm not gonna focus on the bung. I'm gonna actually take some of the bung, I'm gonna soak it in buttermilk, fry these little rings as a garnish on my salad.
I love the idea of making the farro the star. Farro is a terrific grain. People need more whole grains in their diet these days.
Yep.
Super healthy, but also really great flavor and texture.
Yep, absolutely.
And where is your farro now? Have you started cooking it?
Yeah, it's in the water. I seasoned it with just some salt and olive oil.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll get enough time to cool it down and add the other veg.
All right.
I'm gonna try to use all the bung.
That's great news, Marc. Maybe in like a hot dog bun? Bung dog?
I'm gonna make a bung pizza.
So wait, you really are making a pizza?
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of people struggle trying to use pizza dough inside of a 30-minute round.
Well, that's why I put the grill pan on. I'm gonna grill the pizza. I'm gonna grill the pizza dough. Some fresh tomato sauce right here. It's gonna be flavored with pancetta and pork bung.
Hey, Chris, what do you got going on?
I'm doing like a farro-style risotto.
Or risotto-style farro?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
What all is going on in your risotto-style farro, sir?
I'm going to accentuate the heat from the hot sauce jelly beans by adding some chipotle.
Okay.
And cilantro, basil, tomato, corn.
Have you dealt with the problem yet?
No, I'm not. I'm about to.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here goes. I'm cutting it, Aaron.
Dude, don't cut it with your bare hands. You gotta put something on it, like gloves.
All right, Marc, you're cutting up the bung, something that a lot of people are going to be very freaked out about.
Oh, it's a little sticky on the inside.
Chop it some more, Marc. Make it. Do you really need that much?
Well, I want the judges to make sure they taste it.
Dude, that has the most off-putting smell.
Oh.
That's about, we're done with that ingredient.
All right, chefs, get your in gear. Less than 20 minutes on the clock. Hey, Aarón, what'd you do with that pork bun?
It's soaking in buttermilk with a lot of lemon juice, some seasoning, and then the idea here is that I'm gonna fry that in some mozzarella, some seasoned flour, a little bit of cayenne. Hopefully that will take away a little bit of that funk.
This basket's just nasty all around. Look at this.
Look at the farro now, huh?
Delicious fried pork. bum.
How much time we got there, Ted?
Oh, about 11 minutes.
I think my sauce is gonna definitely need some fresh herbs.
You think herbs are gonna do it?
I don't know, man. Ah! Oh. Yeah, perfect. Just the way I wanted it. Burnt.
Oh. How about that?
How you liking it, Chris?
Not bad.
Is that the offending product?
That is the offending product.
So what did you do to it?
I added a lot of heat.
A little shaved Brussels, careful. Marc bringing some of his faves. A little frise. I like that interesting technique where you're drizzling olive oil on the floor. So, your faro looks nicely cooked.
Yep. When I just basically covered, I have some veggies in here. I have tons of herbs. I have this vinaigrette that I made with the pork dust.
Oh, nice.
So I'm feeling good about life right now.
Excellent. All right, guys, you've got 2 minutes on the clock.
Dude, you have a lot of stuff on your table, bro. You are going down, bro. Big
No.
time.
I'm good.
Inferno.
I'm good.
All right, Chris, how much you got left to do, sir?
I just need to put my risotto in a bowl after it cooks out for another 30
30
seconds.
minutes?
If Chris pulls this off, Aarón, a risotto-style faro in 30 minutes.
Dude, I will be so impressed. And you know what? It looks like he's gonna do it, Ted.
That was very unconvincing. All right, judges, wrapping it up. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Come on, Chris, you can do it,
6,
buddy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please
All
step
right,
back.
Nice job, buddy.
Now all we have to do is eat it. All righty.
Yes.
The moment of truth.
You guys want some white?
Sure.
I think white would be nice. Here we have pork bung, hot sauce jelly beans, faro, and pork dust. All right, Chris, what'd you make?
What I did basically was it's a spicy, creamy faro, risotto style. The chicken stock that I used for the faro, I infused with those jelly beans. And the bung itself, I cut into little strips, deep fried it, tossed it with some of that pork dust and a lot of crushed red pepper.
It kind of made a lot of that assertive flavor of the bung go away.
Yep. I didn't really want to make bung the start of the show, let's be honest.
Though, you know what's really funny is the thing I taste the most is the grilled corn.
You really balanced it out here. I think that the heat, the creaminess of it almost does act like a risotto, though.
What is your dish title, Chef Marc?
Today I made a 2-pork pizza with a nice light salad. I took the pork that was in the basket, and then I took pancetta, and I sort of thought about tripe, like the Italians do, and I made a nice little tomato sauce. So there's tomato, there's onions, there's garlic, there's rosemary, there's basil. And then I made a salad where this is where I put the pork dust.
Where's your jelly beans?
The jelly beans, I just microplaned them on top for a little heat.
That tomato was another good solution. Like, I attacked mine kind of with heat. You attacked it with a lot of tomato and acid.
By grilling that pizza dough, though, seriously, you brought out a wonderful flavor, and it's working.
I think you get major kudos for your use of the bung. Good stuff. Last but not least, Aarón, what do we have?
I made a faro salad with roasted vegetables, a pork dust vinaigrette, and some crispy pork bung.
So you went crispy as well.
Yes.
So but you soaked it first, right?
Yes, I soaked it in buttermilk and lots of lemon juice and seasoning. And I grated some of the jelly bean inside the vinaigrette with the pork dust to hopefully give a little backdrop of heat.
This is delicious.
Marc handled that problem ingredient with a lot of bold flavors. You really just handled it by breading it.
Yeah, I want it to be a textural component.
The raw Brussels sprouts, the beans, all those herbs, you really did lighten it up. And the vinaigrette really works out.
It's a very delicate salad. And when you think of pork bung and a dish, you don't think of like something so delicate.
I appreciate it. That's a huge compliment.
Okay, well, congratulations on turning so-called bizarre ingredients into bizarrely tasty dishes. Nicely done. FoodNetwork.com/chopped is the address to remember if you'd like to watch more of these after-hours judges rounds.